Hey Rob, hey Green Freak. I have fixed the newts. Sorry it didn't play, Green Freak. I will, it should now be fixed. Hey Oxy, Newt. How is it going?
It's been a minute, but finally back for a stream.
Hey Charles, thank you so much, dude, for the resub. 70 months. It has been a minute. It has been. But that's my fault. that's me. Thank you so much for sticking around, buddy. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate the support, buddy. Happy affiliate anniversary. It is. It's actually my Twitch birthday. Well, I think it's just kind of my actual Twitch birthday was, I think, about a month ago. But yeah, I think it's my affiliate birthday. Is that like an automated thing? It does now. Because I think it took me about a month, 6 weeks to get affiliate. Gives a nice pop-up. Oh, that's cool. So you step away for a while and Twitch changes all these things, you know. It is kind of strange because like it took me a while to get my head around the dashboard and stuff. They've changed quite a lot. Added new features, changed some things. I mean, we're now on YouTube too, so hello YouTube. We're on YouTube as well. That's definitely something new. Hey, thanks, Doggin. Appreciate it. So long. Hey everyone, how are we all doing? Did everyone have a nice weekend? My weekend was very good. I'm still like a little bit kind of hungover. I'm not like, I've been okay today, but like nowadays I get kind of like 2 or 3 day hangovers. Not like where I'm really bad, but where I'm kind of just like, I just don't feel myself 100%. And I'm kind of coming out the other end of it now, but yeah. One of those things where you just kind of, yeah. Nowadays, I just don't feel quite right for like 2 to 3 days afterwards. Although, you know, I'm perfectly fine to like do everything normally. It's just, yeah. Comes with age, definitely, Anthony. Hey Slash, how's it going? Good to see you. Hey Gangster, it is great to be back. Thanks buddy, I appreciate it. You decided to start playing Frosthaven Digital for yourself. Physical campaign about to wrap up, but I'd still like to try all the characters. I haven't had a chance to play it. Yeah, definitely. Like Frosthaven Digital is going to be really, it's going to be the best way to play a lot of these characters. Because like, Frosthaven is just so dense and it's difficult to, you know, find the time to put it all through. It's going to be so much fun just being able to get to play all of the characters and really kind of dig into them a bit more as well, which is what I really want.
Now we get to find out if Frosthaven is a hangover cure.
Hopefully. I appreciate that, Oxy. 58 months. Thank you so much, buddy. Sticking around as long as you have, I really appreciate it. Quest continues, my friend. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to keep playing with those characters. And I'm like, a lot of people have been asking me about class guides. A lot of people asking me. It's like every time I go onto my YouTube comments, there's like a new comment saying like, "Are you going to do new guides now?" And I will absolutely do that, because I think it's just the opportunity is there, and it's. I always found it so much easier to do the class guides in Gloomhaven Digital than I did when we were kind of doing it off like the game. Like, so when we started to do like Frosthaven stuff, and obviously we didn't have that, so I had to do it all kind of manually, just with like PDFs and slides and PowerPoint presentations and God knows all this other stuff. Like, it just doesn't have the same effect, I think. Being able to do it in Frosthaven is going to be so much better, and we'll be able to like just play and get a really good sense of like, yeah, this is good. This is a good build. So I'm super excited for that. So I think I'll probably start with some of the characters that I haven't done inside like at all. I think that kind of makes more sense. And then like maybe revisit like the Drifter, because I think the only one I've actually done is the Drifter. So I'll probably revisit the Drifter a different time. Best way to describe the difference from Frosthaven to Gloomhaven is that in Gloomhaven some cards are so strong and others are fillers. You never feel bad burning cards for the first 3 to 4 rests. In Frosthaven, first card you lose feels like losing a friend you love. Yeah, I've been reading a lot of like like Steam reviews and just general like sentiments towards Frosthaven Digital, because obviously now it's kind of like it's out there in the wild. I think a lot of the discourse before is obviously just being kind of like maybe kind of like just in Reddit, or the audience is now widened a bit, right? You've got people who maybe have never played any of the physical games but have played Gloomhaven Digital and are now playing Frosthaven Digital. That is their Haven experience, is purely digital. And I find it very interesting that a lot of it is people being like, oh, like I can't get a potion straight away, what is this, I can't do this, the characters are really obtuse, like I don't really understand them, they seem really complicated and over convoluted and stuff like this. I find that very interesting. Like that's a lot of people are just like straight up saying that they dislike Frosthaven Digital not for the digital implementation, but actually for the decisions Frosthaven made as a game. Like the gameplay decisions that the creator Isaac and the other people who collaborated made in creating that game, which I think is really interesting. Certainly there are things they can do to help improve that, and I think we've spoken a lot about the UI needing some help and needing like extra features and stuff like that. It's very much a work in progress, and they are putting their hands up and admitting that too, so that's great. So there's certainly things they can do to help, but I find it very interesting when people come in, especially like the new card design. I didn't think the new card design would be something that would come up, but a lot of people complaining about the iconography, just being like, why can't you write the word push? And this was a complaint that I had when I saw the new reveal of the new card design prior to Frosthaven coming out, right? I think I made a video about it even, and we talked about it a bit on the channel, about when they made that choice, that we are now going to change to like more icons rather than words. And they had great reasons for doing it, and I'm now really used to it, because that was like a thing that we talked about like months, years ago. That came up, and there was a whole discussion in the community about it. Some people liked it, some people didn't like it. It was very divisive at the time. I think now we've all kind of moved on, and we've just accepted it's the new world, and we've got used to it. I'm very used to it, but I can see how if you have come from Gloomhaven and you're now going straight into Frosthaven Digital, where you're like, whoa, what is this? Like, it's a whole new world to you, because I didn't even think about that, but the iconography has completely changed in the way that they template abilities. And I can see why your initial reaction might be that this is worse. But the board game had very, you know, solid reasons why they wanted to do it, right? Yeah, what my plan, this is a little bit of a spoiler slash facts. My plan in like I've got one more video that I'm doing in collaboration with the developers, which will be coming out on Friday this week. And I kind of pitched an idea to them today for it, where I'm going to be doing like your first 30 minutes in Frosthaven style video, where I'm going to walk through creating your campaign, selecting your characters, talk a little bit about the characters and like some of the key cards that you might want to bring, create a party, select those cards, and literally walk through a town in flames, playing it, you know, explaining everything that I'm doing, explaining all the iconography, explaining like, you know, all the shortcuts, all of the hotkeys, things that we kind of take for granted, terminology we might take for granted as more experienced players, and then kind of finishing that scenario, hopefully, and then going through the outpost phase in the same kind of vein, going through like a full outpost phase. And so I've asked them to give me some feedback on like if they've been seeing a lot of questions, you know, if they've been seeing a lot of people having like getting sort of stuck at a certain point or the same kind of questions coming up as well, to let me know, and then hopefully I can kind of include that in the video. But that's kind of like the plan. I haven't shot it yet. I'll do it all off stream, but it'll be yeah, that will hopefully be the video for Friday. So it'll be quite good. Hopefully that will help a lot. Yeah, and Skizzy, you're 100% right. Like the complexity of the game just being higher you're completely right. It's not just the admin side of things. I think the admin side of things is very easy to kind of poke holes at, which is why I said I always thought Frosthaven was meant to be a digital game, not really a physical game. That was I've always felt like digital would be its right home. Whereas Gloomhaven, I think, yeah, digital made it faster to play, but we were quite quick at setting up and playing anyway, and we enjoyed the table talk. So, you know, less like still a good reason to play digital, but maybe it didn't fully replace. Whereas I feel like Frosthaven digital will fully replace, because it's just like, boom, admin gone. But you're right, it doesn't remove the complexity that classes are still hard to play, and the scenarios are still kind of all over the place. Like they're kind of crazy hard, and yeah, it's not just kill all enemies all the time, although there are a lot. Mr. Rapak, thank you so much for the Prime sub. I really appreciate it. Welcome in. Welcome to the Adventuring Pie. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And Harren as well. Thank you so much for subscribing and joining the Adventuring Pie. Thank you guys. Really appreciate you using your Amazon Prime subs here. That's very kind of you. I really appreciate it. Thank you for my affiliate anniversary. It's been like, what, 6 years now? I don't know. 6, 7 years? God. Getting old. Was the target audience people that had already played Frosthaven tabletop, or people that had already played Gloomhaven digital or tabletop? I think Fireteeth that they were trying to I think they've always tried to angle more towards the digital crowd. I think the thing is the tabletop crowd will come. Quite honestly, we are like the board game community, especially the Haven community, is just like they just want to play. Like they will, any opportunity they get to play, they will take it. So I think you can almost like bank that crowd as long as we don't completely screw it up, they will show up. Right? Because they just love the game so much, and they just want to play it, you know, and they'll play it multiplayer, they'll play it solo, they'll play with mods, they'll mess around with it, you know. Obviously we'll also give a lot of criticism, you know, if we don't like, you know, certain rule changes or things like that, you know, there will be, you know, can sometimes be quite a loud minority, but I think definitely they've made the game to try and capitalize off of the success of Gloomhaven digital, did reach a much wider audience. Coming back after Gloomhaven days with Crimson Blades, loving my guys on YouTube. Ah, those were the good old days. Just started playing Frosthaven digital, having loads of fun on this nice site. Awesome, dude. Hey, Brian. It is going well. It's going very well, thank you. Apart apart from being slightly hungover, as I've already said. But I'm getting there. You just got your copy of Gloomhaven 2nd edition. Nice. Frosthaven pushed the complexity too much. Feels like exhausting to play. Hoping digital version will fix that. Yeah, I think so, Flippin. I think that's a good call. And also, the early reports from, you know, people playing 2nd edition Gloomhaven is that it's like 10 out of 10. Like, it's kind of like, I think there was a little bit of a worry that Gloomhaven 2.0 was going to be like Frosthaven Gloomhaven, if that makes sense. But from what I've heard from most people who have played, they've actually said that no, it just really hones the Gloomhaven experience, fixes a load of issues, makes it more interesting, and, you know, turns it from, like, you know, it was already for a lot of people 8, 9 out of 10 kind of game, right? But I think it just dials it up that notch to really make it like a 10 out of 10 experience. So if you don't jive with Frosthaven for the complexity, then Gloomhaven 2nd edition, if you're still kind of craving Haven, might be a good shout, you know, if you can, you know, get a physical group together. Yeah, sounds very good. Right. Shall we get going? I think that's a good idea. Hey Zvillian, how is Frosthaven? It's great. I'm loving it very much. Did I play the game version? You're playing it open OTB. What's OTB? Open beta? Open beta? Is it the open beta? I played the open beta, and I've played I played a closed beta, I played an open beta. So I've kind of played the game through, well, yeah, I've had access to the game for some time, but I couldn't obviously talk about it for quite a while. And I would say that they've done a very good job of fixing the bugs. Like, you know, I've only probably had access for the game for like a few months, and they made a lot of changes since then. OTB over the board. Ah, okay. Over the board. What does over the board mean? Is that like a... Oh, like in real life. Okay. I see. So you're playing... Okay, so you're playing physical, and you're wondering what the digital version's like. I mean, there are bugs. Yeah, sure. There are still bugs. But it's been generally, like, pretty good. Most of the bugs that I've seen are coming from people who are playing multiplayer, and are also coming from people who maybe don't have, like, really, like, decent spec systems, who are maybe kind of skirting more on the minimum spec side of things rather than the recommended or, you know, above specs, is what I would say. But yeah, multiplayer, I mean, multiplayer Gloomhaven Digital was a bit of a nightmare to begin with as well. Lots of desyncing. Because, you know, there can be lots of contributing factors to that. You know, 4 people, all of you on different systems, different quality. You know, that's difficult, right? Hopefully they get it sorted, though. Hey, Paradox. Huronic, thank you so much for the Prime sub, buddy. I really appreciate it. Thank you for using it here. Welcome to the Adventuring Party, my friend. Good to have you here with us. Hope you're doing well. Are the recommendations high? I don't think they're particularly high, but they're probably a little bit higher than original, I think. Than the original Gloomhaven Digital was, I think. Single players, basically no bugs, never crashed. Yeah, that's my experience too. I think I'm playing in 4K, and I honestly have not had any issues. Oh no, I'm playing in 2K. Why am I not playing in 4K? I mean, I could play in 4K, but I mean, this is working fine. I honestly thought I was playing in 4K, but I mean, for you guys, maybe if this works well, we'll stick where we are. Interesting. I'd have to check that out. I say I haven't had any issues. Like, I have got a 5080 though, so like, I shouldn't have any issues. I would hope I don't have any issues. Right, I think where we left off last time, we're essentially I think yeah, we're kind of ready to roll, aren't we? I think we cleaned everything up. We don't want to... We're basically kind of waiting to use these a little bit. Because we don't have the right ones to make a new potion. We can, obviously... We can start to distill soon, I think. But I think the potions that we have right now are actually quite useful, so I don't really want to do that. What's my favorite Frosthaven class? Tough call. I very much enjoyed playing... I'm going to get them confused between each other again. Prism. That's the one I mean to say. Prism. And I also very much enjoyed playing Meteor. For obvious reasons. Right, I think we're going to carry on with the... should we carry on with, like, these quests? Does that mean we have to go Ancient Spire now? Oh, hang on. We had the library, right? We did the library. Oh, is it straight up to Spire now? I guess we're in Spire. Isn't kelp your favorites? I liked kelp. I never really got it going, though. If you know what I mean?
Fruits of the season. This picturesque grotto
I never really managed to like get the combo going really efficiently in my game. Maybe it was just the run of scenarios I had while I had that character, the kind of comp I had around it. I never really got it going. I could see it being fun,
is
though.
warm to the touch and looks to be very deep. Fish dart around the edges, but the center of the pond is a mass of dark water that leaves you unable to see the bottom. Just behind the waterfall, you can see a cave of sorts, and hidden beyond the curtain of water would be the perfect protected spot to set camp for the night, away from the life attracted to the Willowburn tree.
I actually haven't played Shackles, you're right. Which may mean that it is like my favorite, but I haven't played it. There's a handful of ones that I just didn't get to in my playthrough, and I've never spoiled myself on them. Right, what do we do? Make camp in the protected cave, enjoy a dip in the lagoon, and make camp at the water's edge. Alright, I'm going to take the safe option.
You splash through the waterfall and into the cave to find a horrifying...
Oh, come on, man!
Frost demons have made a nest here. They're not at full strength thanks to the weather, but they are startled by your entrance and jump to attack. You quickly retreat back the way you came through the waterfall, but not before taking an icy beating.
Yeah, damage and brittle. That's a rough start. That basically means I have to heal on the first turn. Especially for Bone Shaper. Basically, Bone Shaper's now like, what am I supposed to do? Like, that's a huge swing, like, tempo swing for the Bone Shaper, for sure. Right. Sluggard perform a long rest while at maximum health. No, that's never happening, unfortunately. Kill an undamaged enemy, that's never... actually, what are these? These guys don't have loads of health, right? I don't think they do. It's probably pretty possible with one of our big nukes. Kill an enemy while 3 or more elements are strong or waning. That's kind of hard. Because I don't think we really... What do we create? We create earth and ice ourselves pretty consistently. I don't think these guys really use elements. So let's go Executioner and we'll just have to use a big burn. This has that heal all adjacent card. Yeah. Yeah. Never attack an enemy that has already acted in the round. I mean... Ugh. Ugh. That's really counterintuitive to this character, considering that we kind of go slow and fast, fast, slow. Like, it's very counterintuitive to the playstyle of this character, because you kind of want to, like, play around with that initiative weaving. So I don't think we can even go for Vanguard. Dynamo, kill an enemy with an attack that would have caused at least 4... I mean, this is pretty possible with advantage and stuff that we have. Promoter. Okay, yeah. Let's go Dynamo. It's safe. We can pretty much consistently do that. We hit so hard with this character. Daredevil. Add 2 cards to your lost pile before your first rest. I mean, we never rest, right? So in theory, if we never rest... Can we break it? Is it breakable, chat? Because if in theory, if we don't rest, or do we have to definitely rest? Is Bone Shaper level 1? No, she's level 3. You can see the levels here. Level 3, level 3, level 3. Specialist. Never perform a basic action. Well, we never perform a basic action. We actually never do on this character. Like, I don't think there's any situation where this character ever uses a basic action. Like, everything we have is good. Like, this is like just good cards. Like, let's go specialist. That's pretty easy, I think. If she is, guys, she will burn 1 card at the start of the scenario. Do I take damage from the summon action from the mastery? Or the perk? Is that a thing? Can we see? Oh, you can't see perks from here, right? It does. Well, we may summon, right? It's a may. We can decline. You can see... Oh, you can see perks. Yeah, you're right. You may play a level 1 card. We just have to not play it, right? It sucks. It's a horrible start, but we just don't do it, right? Sorry, you guys are covering the... It's like the one time... There's no perfect place to put you guys, but that says you may. So I think we'll be okay. Although it is a rough start for sure.
The iron spire towers over the barren wastes, riveted metal covered in a thick lens of ice. The thing stands taller than even the great sanctuary back in White Oak, cutting through the daylight and casting a long, foreboding shadow onto the snowy plain like some nefarious sundial. The opening mechanism on the black iron door is wholly foreign, but with a good deal of tinkering and prying, you finally manage to force it open, and are greeted by a sudden blast of arid heat. Inside is a wide, echoing chamber filled with cogs and pistons and dozens of scampering mechanical creatures.
It skips from the road event
The
being
creatures
bugged.
pay you no attention at all, and instead hurry about, carrying armfuls of debris down a single immense hallway. Meeting no resistance, you make your way inside the tower and travel down the main hallway until it empties into a wide circular room, where an enormous beam of sanguine energy crackles and hums, shooting up from the chamber's floor and piercing the ceiling. It's as if a small sun was harnessed and imprisoned inside this tower. This main chamber is filled with even more mechanical creatures. They still pay you no attention, but as some of them pass by, you manage to get a closer look at what they're carrying, and the sight of it cools your blood. Body parts, arms and legs and torsos cut from all manner of animals, but you notice some Ulgox parts as well are being carried about as if they were coal in a furnace room. The scale of the slaughter is staggering
Ugh.
as you consider the number of automatons scurrying through the chamber, carrying their loads down a stairwell on the other side. Just then, a ghastly-looking creature made of swirling prismatic smoke and a hard, gnarled shell moves out from behind a row of metal boxes and catches sight of you, releasing a high, visceral screech.
Mortal scum!
It yells.
You dared intrude here with your filthy blood! I will take pleasure in using your limbs to complete the cycle!
The demon rakes a hand over a nearby panel of lights, and responding as one, the entire horde of automatons all cease moving. Their gruesome cargo drops to the floor, and then, slowly, they advance toward you.
Uh-oh. He just needs a hug? Yeah, let's hope so, huh? He's gonna make a bike. What, out of our limbs? I see what you mean. So what it's done is it's applied brittle and then applied the 3 damage from the road event, which is not what it was supposed to do. So basically it is 6 damage. That's rough. Yeah, that is a hard bug right there. Okay, what do we need to do? We need to defeat the Chaos Lieutenant. At the end of each round, the Chaos Lieutenant performs heal X self, where X rounded down is the number of ruined machines and L is the level of the party. Machines spawn at the start of every other round. We can attack anywhere with ranged attacks. Anyone here can pass through the marked text, duel the Chaos Lieutenant. Well, that's going to be the Blink Blade for sure. Blink Blade's definitely going to be the one to go and duel. I mean, we can easily kill this, right? Like, so simple. Yeah, so I guess we just burn a card. I mean, it sucks, but what can you do there? To be honest, do I burn a summon, or do we just kind of go really summon heavy? Because the Bone Shaper can lock this room down with summons pretty well. Famous last words, maybe. Like, I feel like it's... Yeah, I feel like we can do that, right? Lock it down with 3 summons, and then just kind of let everyone else do their thing. Do we need any movement? Probably not. So we can probably look at getting rid of one of the movement cards. I think Malicious Conversion is pretty important, so I think we get rid of Dark Tidings. Considering it's a short scenario, we can burn cards to damage, I think. See, like, when you look at the scenario like this, it makes a lot more sense that you're kind of like climbing up, but then it's like a different level. Do you know what I mean? They had the same thing in Jaws of the Lion, right? There's a couple of Jaws of the Lion missions where it's like you had to climb up on the ramparts and stuff. I think it was kind of a similar thing. Just abandon and replay, cheap strat, but hey, now I like the added challenge. You know, it's like, you know, we're adding an extra level of difficulty here. That's fine. Is he immune to anything? Probably loads of stuff, right? Stunned. Oh, actually not. I honestly thought he would be immune. What does that thing? What does that mean though? Like he's got a weird like healing thing on his. Oh, it's this effect. Okay, that's fine. He's not immune to poison, so poison would block the heal. He's not immune to I mean wound, but he would obviously just heal the wound off, so that's pretty bad. But poison's great against him. Like, super, super good. So I think we just get rid of... Honestly, probably power... No, we need to move 7. Do we get rid of overdrive and we just don't care about jump? Because usually we would go slow the first turn and we would play overdrive. But realistically, do we care about jump? I mean, I suppose there is difficult terrain there that would get us there faster. 1... That would, in theory, save us, like, several points of movement, right? Yeah, it'll save us, like, 6 points of movement in total. It's probably worth it. Okay, in that case, then, sap speed, because I don't really intend on doing any multi-target attacks here. We might have to give up on the battle goal here. Unless we just kind of go for it. But, hey-ho. These guys can hold down the fort. I'm not too worried about that. If you play +2 or above, the 6 damage bug is a no-go. Oh, yeah. I guess we are playing overdrive and we're going to go slow. So we'll go like kinetic transfer or something to go kind of slow. Oh, it costs 2 movement, right, to go up. Ah, maybe not so much then. I think we go slow into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we've got... Potentially we've got jump, and then we can go power leak. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pretty close. Or we just go like slow for a couple of rounds. I think that's also fine. We should probably heal or something. Actually, no, we don't. We just go... Summon, we just slam summons, right? We just summon slam. And I think we go quite early. Because we just double skeleton slam. I like the music in this scenario. These guys are ranged too, right? Generally speaking? Or are they not? I assume they're ranged. Target 3? Are you having a laugh? Go, skeleton! I actually don't think I want to play this. I've actually... Thinking about it now, this was a bad idea. Because... In theory, this is probably going to die. This is going to die. It's going to blow all of my skeletons up. So actually, I probably don't want to play that. That was a little bit silly, maybe. I think I get Exploding Corpse back. And we try and line up a nice Exploding Corpse next turn, I think. What? I think that's supposed to be his. Sure. Hey, Andres. Thanks for popping by, buddy. I hope we do well. Good to see you. Keep this guy locked in. Okay. Right, overdrive. Oh shoot, I did the stupid thing again. I read the card. I did the thing where I thought I was going this side. Oh, that's actually a pain in the ass now. I don't know why I thought I was moving 5. I mean, plussing 1 move here isn't really going to make a difference, I don't think. I mean, I could, but... Shoot, okay. Oh, well. Yes, we'll take this back, please. Reading the card explains the card? Absolutely. That's on me. I get what? I get 1. Obviously, like... Exploding corpse here would be pretty good, right? Big heal. I really need to get some ice going here. Shard launch might be quite good to kind of just get a bit of a... Like, to mop this up a little bit. Also gets me my ice, which is kind of what I want right now. Get some healing there. I think that's okay. You start round? No, I think we're okay. Like, I don't like to restart round unless I make like a, you know, like a little blunder. Like, this is a pretty short scenario, so I'm kind of hopeful that I can get over it, if you like. Now I can use like, this is a move 3, right? 1, 2, 3, and I can actually kind of heal. I can heal a little bit too. But to make it count. That's unfortunate. I mean, it's kind of good, but I guess in a weird way, it's probably fine. Because realistically, it just means that they're delaying, and that's fine. Delaying is fine for me. Yeah, they have target 3, so it's a good draw. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, the do nothing draw is, I think, actually fine. No, we can't do that right now. Wrong time to draw that, sir. Draw that in a second. Oh, I was supposed to use... Right, that I do need to undo. That's I do need to undo. Because I meant to use the horn. I need to use the horn. We need to use the horn. Oren. Little heal there. Yep. Whoa, just phased through that wall there. At least it's getting a little bit closer. We'll take that. Right, what do we want? Frost Eruption's quite nice, actually. What are my battle goals on this one again? Never perform a basic action, and we got it. We're just gonna kill. We're just gonna outright kill. This is tough. Very tough now. I guess we have to kill one of the ruined machines. That's possible. Need skeleton first, no. Skeleton. Preacher Cart Bottom is actually pretty good because it will actually poison everything pretty much. Or at least all the bolt shooters, but maybe that's yeah, maybe not this round. Definitely want to make the skeleton. What do I think about a variant where each enemy doesn't always do the same thing every turn as the others of its type? In theory, sounds interesting. I think in practicality, it would be too chaotic. I think you're just adding way too much chaos into the game. Like, there's a level sometimes of just going, I want them to draw this. And it's so satisfying that when you kind of know, right, you've gone through their ability cards and you know what's left in the deck. So you can predict or have an inkling. That's really satisfying. I think if you remove that element, I think the game just gets too chaotic. Doffel, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. On to the quest. Do we just burn this? Because, I mean, they're just going to get a bunch of poison. Or do we just kind of, like, wait to the end of the round? Yeah, we go for a malicious conversion next round, I think. So maybe we move. Skeleton and move. Go late so the skeleton survives. I think so. And quite honestly, I'm quite happy to just do something like crushing crystals to disarm this guy and attack this one. Seems like a good move. Either that or we frost eruption to just try and get some icy terrain going. But I think crushing crystals is just too good. On 19-2 should help disarm. And then we go for it here, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's within range, chat. And then we twin strike it to get the poison off. Of course. We have to try and make sure that we get the chest too, right? Hey, Galad. You recently tried Frosthaven, you played Gloomhaven for some 500 hours or so, and you found Frosthaven cards absolutely incomprehensible, as if they're ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics. Yeah, I was actually talking a little bit about that at the start of my stream, about how, like, it's something that I'm very used to because I played the physical version, and also obviously I'm very engaged in the game. So I've been, like, used to the modern iconography for a long time. But if you, like, have come straight from just Gloomhaven to this, then you have absolute, like, yeah, I never thought about that, but I was seeing a lot of people commenting about that, and they found it really difficult, and that makes a lot of sense because you've never seen it. You know, suddenly stuff that said push no longer says push. Stuff that, you know, like, that's now the range symbol is different, right? Not to mention the fact that the digital devs have actually made changes to the iconography anyway. Like, for example, that's not the regenerate icon from the board game. They've made changes just for digital too. Right. Get that poison up on that. Yeet. Ba-da-bum. Drink. Whoa. That was kind of overkill there. What did I flip there? I flipped the rolling heal and then times 2. Did I get the heal? Didn't even look like it healed. Wow. Screwed up one machine in particular, yeah. I'm not liking having this wound on me though. Oh, I can't summon. Well, that sucks. Oh, Is it going to be one of those kinds of scenarios where this one character is going to have a very bad time because we're at 1 health? So, without somebody healing, which I don't have any targeted heals. So basically, we have to long rest next turn, I think. And then we take a bunch of damage and we're going to die anyway. Oof, this is rough. Yeah, this is definitely a... this character is going to do absolutely nothing. It kind of blows. Attack 4, if you kill target, you get a free summon, which can self damage by 2. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, so essentially, you attack for 4. If you kill the target with the attack 4, then you get to perform a summon action from your discard, reducing any damage you would suffer by 2. So basically, we get a free skeleton. Which obviously, when we're on 1 health, is a pretty big deal. But the problem is that I can't actually get close enough to anything anyway. Because I only have 2 move. So our choices here really are to probably take damage, long rest, and just kind of do nothing. Which absolutely sucks. But I don't see anything else we can really do here. I think it's just going to be one of those scenarios where, I'm sorry, but Bone Shaper, you are going to do nothing. I mean, we've nearly won already. So, don't feel too bad about it. theory, we should be able to attack for like 5 with advantage here. And get the chest. And the scenario might just be over. I mean, honestly, that is kind of where we're at. This would be a really good one to farm perk points on, huh? Like, ridiculously good. I mean, with the renewing potion as well, it just feels... It's just naughty, isn't it? Thank you very much.
Wow.
This does feel kind of a bit too easy with the Blink Blade, huh?
Yeah, boy. A little bit spicy.
Chaos Cannon? What? What? Huh? Is this bugged? Am I just creating, like, infinite... Why did I create 2 icy terrain? I mean, we did not do well on loot, though. Grab the other case train after attack. Oh, I might have done, yeah. Oh, I might have done. 2+2 for to a machine. 2+2 equals 4. I don't know. I can't really tell from the log. It doesn't really say. I do have that modifier, I think. I love Cold Boulder. It's just rough, isn't it, really? But that's it, right?
Nice to have you back, you sweet bastard. Less than 3.
Thanks, Joffrey. Appreciate it, buddy. Thanks for the resub, man. 5 months. Appreciate you, man. Good to be back. Well, there you go. That scenario is really tricky. It does feel like... I don't know. You could absolutely farm that for just like easy loot, like easy masteries. It's so simple.
Wow.
That one needed some more testing. Yeah, I mean, I just think it's... Let's say you didn't have the Blink Blade, right? Let's say I didn't have the Blink Blade and I had somebody else.
Yeah, boy. A little bit spicy.
Even someone like the Drifter could have done pretty much what I just did. Like, pretty much. Maybe not quite as quick, but, you know, in a relatively similar time. The heal mechanic just doesn't do anything, right? The oh, they heal, like, that just doesn't do anything. It is an irrelevant mechanic. Perhaps if we were on increased difficulty, it would have been more challenging, but even then, I just don't... Yeah. I think the problem with some of these scenarios when they're like short like this is you lose the stamina issue. So like one of the biggest clock in the game is your stamina. And that's mostly how you lose. Most players lose because they need to burn cards. But if you're going to complete it in 5 or 6 rounds, you can burn as many cards to damage, to playing effects, to doing whatever you want. Like it kind of like takes away the like the inbuilt kind of difficulty or clock to the game. We did it. We did the mastery as well. I didn't even try. That just happened. Didn't even think about it. That just happened. Which I think surely we were, but just too good at the game. I wish that was the case. I wish that was the case. This is just a wonky scenario, I think. And look at that sweet loot. I mean, I guess that's the one downside to the scenario, is that if you finish it quick, you probably don't end up with much loot. And obviously going back to the outpost phase, that means that I'm not going to be able to buy anything. I'm not going to be able to build anything. So I will probably have a bit of a wasted outpost phase in that sense. But we see what the actual Chaos Cannon does? No. It would be nice if you could inspect these to actually see what these did before you got back. But to the outpost. Fist Mastery 2. I'd actually already done that. I'd done that somewhere else. But yeah, I would have done it. Yeah. I actually did that on the very first scenario I had with the fist.
The demon lies ruined beneath you, its life ebbing slowly out. But still, it speaks.
Your efforts mean nothing. Our machinations are ageless. We will gather our power and turn this world to us.
Its glossy eyes swivel toward the tower above, and a terrible smile curls over its face.
Even now, my kin prepare to destroy you, mortal upstart, and your failed outpost.
What do you know about my outpost?
The demon tries to laugh, but the effort pushes it over the edge. The creature's body swells and then sinks down, breaking its physical barriers and dissolving into a slick of prismatic fluid that seeps through the grates below you, leaving only a greasy smear behind.
Nice.
However, with the demon's passing, you notice that the machines, what few are still hanging on, suddenly drop to the floor, dormant, a connection perhaps between them and the infernal creature. Taking stock of the chamber again, you find 2 points worthy of inspection. First is a stairwell leading down, where a number of the automatons had been carrying their cargo when you first entered. Second, the beam of light. Standing close to it, you can feel its sickly energy radiating outward. And yet there is a warmth to it that is not entirely repellent. It's like some immense tropical waterfall flowing in reverse. Acting on a hunch, you grab a hunk of ruined machine from the floor and toss it into the light. It hovers there, begins to fall, and then vanishes from sight. A second later, You hear a soft metal clang from somewhere up above, and you understand. Teleportation magic is a fickle thing.
Teleportation
but
magic.
if you decide to investigate the upper levels of this tower, at least you now have a way up.
Nice. We gain 1 shed wood, 1 shed hide, 1 shed metal, spire basement, and we have the chaos cannon and upper spire. I don't think I ever did the basement. I think I just went straight up. Did I not? Is this the same story path where I cheese the boss with trap? Yes. I think it is. What classes was my player character in my BG3 campaign? Whoa, I can't even remember that. It's a great question. I actually honestly do not remember. Maybe a warlock? Probably a warlock. Because No, because I did have Will in my party as well. So I don't think I was double warlocking it. I was probably a fighter or something. That's generally what I go for. Like, I honestly can't remember. I was thinking about Baldur's Gate 3. I actually almost started downloading it earlier today. I was hovering over it going, is it time? I feel like it's nearly time. Well, I've got too many other things right now. I'm like, I need to play. I want to finish the Outer Worlds 1 playthrough. So then I can get ready for Outer Worlds 2. I want to play Borderlands 4 when that comes out as well. I know people have mixed feelings about the Borderlands games, but I've always had fun with them, and I've streamed them before. And I need to do my Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 hardcore all negative perks run as well, because I haven't done that yet. Ooh, so many games. Let's go back to the outpost. As I said, if you've got the opportunity to go back to the outpost, take it. You and your buddies started a co-op game last night, each of us taking 2 characters. We went with Drifter, Blinkblade, Boneweaver, and Banner Spear. It's a good party. And we're struggling on early missions. Yeah, two characters each is quite a lot. I think that's Skizzy's advice there is pretty good. I would say maybe focus on getting really good with 1 before you move to 2. Like if you, I don't know like who's playing what in that situation, but I would say you would probably want to play, like if you played the Boneweaver and the Banner Spear together, or the Drifter and the Blinkblade together, that would be fine. Or the Drifter and the Boneweaver would be fine. Bone Shaper. Banner Spear and Banner Spear is the awkward one where if you're playing a 2-player with Banner Spear, then really you have to use its summons, which is fine, but it can be a bit tricky. So Banner Spear and Bone Shaper together are great because there's just loads of summons all over the place anyway, so it kind of works out. Yeah, I would say maybe go down to 2, and whoever's got the Drifter should play the Drifter. We started with 1 character each and we felt like we were really lacking tools, so we went up to 4. That can be a common, I think that can be like a common problem with 2, because obviously you're not going to have, like, for example, if you don't have a healer, right? Oh, we don't have anybody that heals. But most characters will have some form of healing in their cards of some sort. Like, you'll have a way of getting through that problem. Or like if you're lacking range, then it's a case of maybe you need to like swap out a few cards. Make sure you're going to your cards and make sure you're actually changing the cards to fit what you have, if that makes sense. Because most of the time you can brute force issues. Like If you're playing on 2-player and you're playing, like, let's say on just normal difficulty, on standard, I think it's called standard, then generally speaking, you will be able to brute force the early part of the game by just being, like, just going ham. Especially with some of that, like, someone like a drifter, you just go ham, and it's fine. So I wouldn't worry so much about gaps at 2. Gaps can really hurt you on very specific scenarios which require you to do something, which if your characters can't do, it's not possible. Sorry, I'm just going to close my window. Someone's doing DIY. I think that's my girlfriend doing DIY in the garage downstairs. So yeah, my biggest tip for if you're starting out the game, and the hardest thing is learning the characters. That is easily the hardest thing, because they are kind of a bit weird and they're not simple to get your head around right away. So you kind of got to allow yourself to struggle to begin with to learn them. You know, I will be doing guides on all of the characters hopefully soon, but I can't push them out that quickly, unfortunately, because I like to go into depth. So they won't be soon, and I'm going on holiday next week, so I'll be gone for pretty much most of August. But yeah, my advice would be to go to one character each. One of you play the drifter for sure. The other character, yeah, you can probably be whichever one you want. And really focus on just like nailing 1 or 2 things with the character. With the drifter, just play crushing weight and the healing one. Can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. Play crushing weight and the healing one on the first turn of the game to get those 2 persistent abilities going, and then just focus on using those 2. So attacking and then getting the charges back, healing and getting the charges back. So just focus on those 2 things. Don't worry about the extra movement one. Don't worry about the shielding one. Don't worry about the retaliating one. Just focus on those 2, because those 2 are very strong and can absolutely see you through. Then if you're playing the Blink Blade, my biggest advice for the Blink Blade would be to go slow on the first turn of the game. Just force go slow and play Overdrive, because Overdrive as a persistent ability just gives you that safety net of having jump when you're going fast, so you can always get to your targets to kill them quickly, and shield when you're going slow, so you don't get caught out and end up taking a bunch of damage unnecessarily, maybe, or it can help you soak some damage. And then with him, just make sure that you're focusing on go slow, then go fast, then fast, and then hopefully you've killed. Like I would say, especially on low levels of difficulty, if you go slow on the first turn to get two charges, then you can go fast, and you will basically kill 1 or 2 things. You should be able to. You might get unlucky, of course, with your draws. That's part of the game. But you should be able to kill 1 or 2 things. Then you can just go slow on your next one, and then go fast on your next one to help clean up the room. And then probably at that juncture, you would have cleaned up most of the room, or most of what you've got to do in that room. So then you can start going slow again. Like, and you just go slow, and then hopefully when you're opening the door, you have 2 time charges. Like in an ideal world for Blink Blade, you have 2 time charges when you open a new door. If you're playing Bone Shaper, the biggest thing with Bone Shaper is, I would say, is just, you play your summons, and then really just make sure you have healing cards to just keep yourself healed. So just churn out the summons. Just focus on, can I make a summon? Can I make a summon? And just push them out as fast as you can. And don't really worry about anything else. Just push them out as fast as you can. So take your healing cards that you need to heal and just do that. Just push them out. Right? And they will go and do stuff for you. They'll soak damage for you. They'll do a little bit of damage for you. You probably won't feel super effective to begin with, because then, you'll start to learn about using the other cards in complement with the summons. But to begin with, push out the summons as much as easily as quickly as you can. For the Banner Spear, I would say Banner Spear is the kind of the tricky one, because it's about those formations. What you can do for the Banner Spear is what you kind of want to focus on is you want to just focus on if you see a formation, like keep your early initiatives ready, and if you see a formation, go early and just try and hit it. And if that means saying to your teammate, I'm going to go early and I want to hit a formation because the board is good, then let them do it and just go, okay, great. And just, you know, like you can cheat a little bit. You know, I won't tell Isaac if you want to tell them your initiative. Do something like that. Or alternatively, you could take more of the tanky heal rangey stuff that's less requiring of the formations. Or you could also just play the summons as well, and you can just have them run around and help you. Banner Spear is the one that I think is a bit weird because sometimes it really feels like you're not doing a lot. Because if your formations don't line up, it can be very frustrating and it feels like you're not making any progress. So it does require a lot of coordination, which can be tricky, especially with 4 characters, because then you'd think formations would be easier with 4 characters, but sometimes it can actually restrict the board where you can't move. Like you cannot physically get to the hexes you need to get to because there's too many pieces on the board. So actually sometimes less is more. That makes sense sometimes with it depends on the scenario, but sometimes that could be the case. And then who's last? Geminate, you're not playing, so thank God for that, because my advice would be to not play the Geminate. And then who's the last one? The boat ship. We've done them all. That's fine. We've done them all. That's all 4. You're good. That should hopefully get you through. Hopefully that was a quite a comprehensive answer, but it's really tricky. It's really tricky. But once you get going and it starts to click, you'll be fine. The Great Dallam has arrived. What's your name, mercenary? His booming voice carries. As though he's rushing to get through his duties. Will you have a chance to ask? He asks if there's a donation you'd like to make for his blessing of sight. What? Didn't we make a nice feast for him? I have quite a lot of money, sure. Something is off here. The description of the Great Dallam, even accounting for mistaken observations, isn't even close. This is an imposter. You raise the alarm, and soon others in the crowd take notice. The imposter handlers start exchanging nervous glances. It doesn't take long before the crowd turns into a mob, grabbing back the offerings and driving the charlatans out of town. We gain 2 morale for that? Okay, I'm not going to question. I'm not going to question that. Would I be doing a mercenary avenue for the digital characters like a difficult Gloomhaven, going over items, card choices, and playstyle? Yes, that is my goal. I've already said that I'm working on a video at the moment. I pitched an idea to the devs for a video that I will hopefully come out on Friday. That the goal of the video is going to be called Your First 30 Minutes in Frosthaven, essentially, or something like that. And the goal is to kind of teach the very basic first 30 minutes of the game, including going over the characters and going over some quick itemization and card choices to just kind of get you going. It's not going to be a comprehensive guide. It's going to be more of a, here's how to get through a town in flames successfully, do your first outpost phase successfully, and kind of have a starting point. So like, okay. And then my proper guides for each class will follow at some point. But that's the goal for this week. We got ourselves a perk. Woohoo! We should have done. What's this level up? What? Did we level up? Why has I got a little flashing? Right. Edit. There's nothing new here. What? I am confused. Didn't I just get a mastery? If we do that, plus a small tutorial on the combat enemy focus outpost phase would be good. Yeah, I didn't think about the focus stuff. I can probably touch on that in the video. I can touch on that in the video for sure. I still have my my two most viewed videos, I think, of all time are my video on hand management, like burning cards, when to burn cards, when to consider keeping cards. And the second one, I think, is my monster focus one. I think those are my two biggest videos I've ever done. And the advice for those in those videos, although it's not about Frosthaven, it's about Gloomhaven, is still true in Frosthaven, because the hand management one is still absolutely true, and the enemy monster focus one is, I think, pretty much true. Might be the slight rule change with like range or something. They changed that slightly, didn't they? I think, but for the generally that's about 99% right. I don't know if this is a bug, because oh hooray, we have the perk has arrived. We just have to wait. Okay. Right, what perk do we want here? We're going in on this stuff, aren't we, really? Going in for the alpha strike, so I think changing +1s to +2s is pretty good. Hey, thank you, son. How are you doing? Right, building. New buildings. I think we're just on, yeah, we're just on these now, right? Boat or sled? I don't think it really matters. Do I have any missions that require the boat? Yeah. Ooh, living bones. This will be a while. Oh, we should definitely do the basement then. We'll do the basement next. Sure. Let's just build the boat. I want to see what the boat looks like. Can I not upgrade the craftsman? Oh, not until level 3. Gotta upgrade the wall. We need lumber. We don't have enough lumber. We're getting close to winter now, guys. Who has the most gold? You have quite a lot of gold. Let's buy some stuff, shall we? We didn't really get anything, did we? So it's kind of just a case of buying out and going straight back out again, really, because we didn't really achieve much. Yeah, the board game math thing is great. Yeah, it's a very nice tool. Yeah, I don't think there's anything to do. We don't have this. There's nothing new really to craft. Let's just crack on, shall we? Straight out again. Do our build. Spire basement it is. Because I don't think I ever did spire basement in the board game. And there's corpse caps in there, and there's flame fruit. That's 2 new herbs. So we definitely want to loot. Looting is important in this one.
You round a rocky outcropping and find a lavishly dressed Savas staring you down, anger in its eyes.
You're late.
You stammer a non-committal half-response, but it's quickly cut off.
Useless. Don't touch the food with those greasy hands of yours. It's worth more than all those pelts you're wearing. Grab a tray and get to work serving your betters. And be advised, your tardiness is coming out of your tip.
A dozen Savas are seated on stone benches around an outdoor table meticulously carved from a single slab of granite. Each Savas is wearing elaborate clothing studded with metals and fine silks that really do put your own clothes to shame. The scene is set for a magnificent feast, and a nearby serving area has gorgeous platters heaped high with the most perfect cuts of rocks?
Get on with it.
Rocks.
We're hungry.
How much meta progression do you get in Frosthaven though? Like, that's a good question. It's a lot more incremental compared to Gloomhaven. Like Gloomhaven, there are certain times where you just buy like you get a certain item or you get like an enhancement, and it's like game changer. Like you feel like your power level has just like shot up in a very quick way. Whereas I would say that most things you're doing in Frosthaven, especially with like itemization, is more so just kind of like incrementally adding and improving. It's a lot smaller, but it's still quite impactful. So obviously, like the when you get into the later parts of the game and you get access to more of the higher level items, then yes, that can be quite big, because if you roll a new character, you start a new character, and then you can immediately jump in with like some of those like craftsman, like level 3 type items. Yeah, that can be, you can feel quite strong off the bat with stuff like that. So they're not like, it's not like necessary, but you kind of you naturally do it anyway. And there are certain items for each character that are just like no brainer, like cost you 1 wood. You know, what is it, like 1 or 2 wood for a spear, or it's like 1 wood, 1 metal and 1 hide for a sword, stuff like that. That's really quite easy resources to come by. That will just give you extra attack, like extra damage, or give you extra range, or just make you a little bit more flexible, stuff like that. That stuff it isn't like super required. Like absolutely, you can still go without that, like do an itemless run or something like that, enhancement-less run. But it makes your life easier, and yeah, certainly makes the game feel a bit easier over time when you have that kind of stuff. Is there a way to tell how many time tokens we had? Yes, we'll show you in a second, but on the left-hand side in the portrait, it has how many tokens you have in the portrait on the left-hand side. I can't really remember what this one is, but I feel like if we were to give them rations from our pack, they'll know they're not eating rocks. So probably not a good idea to feed them something that isn't a rock.
You shuttle heavy platters of fine rocks from the serving area to the assembled Savas, refilling drinks and generally staying out of their way. The Savas
perks for sure.
Geologic sampler with a
Perks, game
deliberate
changer.
slowness,
Yeah.
savouring the crunch and grinding each bite to sand before swallowing. When the gathered group is satiated, one calls you over and hands you a small pouch full of gold with an idle nod of thanks.
Yeah, the perks, that's a good point. That's a great point. I mentioned it in my previous video, but perks is really where you feel it, because quite often you're spending your loot on upgrading the outpost and not actually spending it on yourself, which is in Gloomhaven, you would get back and you'd be like, guys, I've got like so much gold, I'm going straight to the merchant and I'm going to absolutely deck myself out, right? And you would have just completely decked out, and you'd feel great about it. Whereas in Frosthaven, a lot of it is just like the resources, and you need to build the outposts, otherwise you just won't progress the game, because a lot of the story and the classes and other buildings and just like the fun of the game is in the outposts, which, you know, some people might not like. You know, it is like I say, it's a different flavor of Haven, Frosthaven. Gloomhaven, it's like get all the money, get it for yourself, you know, build a broken character, get some great items, off you go. Whereas in Frosthaven, it's very much about like more of a communal, right, we need to manage these resources in a better way. We need to make sure we're building things at a good rate. yes, you could buy that sword. But do you want to buy that sword, or do you want to build something? You can only build one thing per outpost phase, but, you know, you could always get the sword later. Okay, you know. So, like, stuff like that generally falls behind a little bit. If you feel like you're failing as Roger to Carlos, it's better to try to squeak out as many turns for loot as possible or focus on getting XP for cards. Great question. The answer is always loot. The answer is always loot. But remember, you'll only get the loot if you go back to Frosthaven. If you click on replay scenario, you don't get that loot, I believe. You shouldn't get that loot unless they've changed it. But it should go... You'd have to return back. But, yeah. The answer is always loot, because loot is like the meta... Yeah, it is the meta progression of the game. Is resources and loot. So, you can always then just go back and build something. Upgrade the craftsman, you know, that's still time well spent. You know, that I tell you what, that is one good thing about Frosthaven in a way, is if you do fail a scenario late and you just go back with all of the loot, you should probably at least be able to, if you made a deep run, you should probably be able to spend that loot on something, you know, to like upgrade or do something, like. Whereas in Gloomhaven, if you failed a scenario, often it was just like, oh, okay, we'll just have to do it again, you know? Frosthaven does do a good job of kind of like, if you lose, it's not always that bad, because you get to go back, do an event, maybe unlock something or build something. Like, you still maybe get a little victory. Doesn't feel like it's completely wasted. Workhorse, gain 13 or more experience. That's doable on this character, but kind of hard, depending on the length of the scenario. Like, it has to be a long scenario, I think, and... I actually don't know the scenario well enough to confidently say it is. Collect 3 or more loot bags in the same turn. No. Unless I take my loot card, but even then, it has to be done by a summon. That's pretty tough. There are living bones. Usually there's quite a few of these. Never kill an elite enemy or boss. That's super simple for this character. We generally don't. We're generally not the ones to land the killing blow. Generally. Perform 2 actions with lost icons in the same turn. That's very easy for us to do with our fast cards. Not probably advisable, but absolutely doable. Pickpocket. Collect 2 or more loot bags by performing a loot ability while adjacent to 1 or more enemies. Quite specific. Doable, but quite specific. And I'm not taking my loot card, I don't think, right now. So no, I don't think we'll do that. Kill an enemy that has 2 or more negative conditions. We personally apply poison very easily, and we apply wound very easily. So that is very doable. But I would say Ravager is just like, like, this is so easy to do. You can just do this on the final turn of the game, you know? Like, oh, if we won, okay, I'll just do 2 burn actions, right? Slayer, till 2 or more enemies in the same round. That's should be super easy for this character to do. And then Vanguard, never attack an enemy that is already... Yeah, no. Slayer, very doable. Slayer's probably the... Is the Slayer the easiest 2 perk mark battle goal, do we think, chat? Probably is, right? Or maybe like Wallflower?
Down the rear stairwell, a corkscrew of stone and iron.
Yeah, definitely Frosthaven, Mac.
The spire. Tunnels are what you find. Black, sooty tunnels. From what you can tell, they are purely functional. The stone passages scraped and marred by years of clumsy automatons passing through. But there is a smell on the air that stands out. It's a mix between funeral pyre and an alchemist's shop. Burnt fat, charred metal, and smoke.
Lovely.
You can't
My
see
favorite
the
smell.
light from here, but you can hear its telltale hum. You wind through the tunnels, keeping alert for any sign of movement, but you soon discover that the workers down here have been disabled and now lie lifeless on the ground. It appears that they fell in the middle of their work, dropping where they stood and spilling whatever they'd been carrying. Their grisly cargo is strewn over the floor. Legs with feet still attached, Orgox paws, vulpine torsos, all of it splayed out like a macabre trail of breadcrumbs. It
Lovely.
isn't until you turn the final corner.
Volume's suddenly really low. Yeah, I've noticed that with Fortella.
A hallway.
Occasionally the narration's just really low, and I don't really know why.
Bodies and limbs. The humming noise is louder here, and the red glow reflects off the tunnel walls. The beam of energy is close. You move forward, but only manage a few steps before the ground stirs around you. Deathless bodies, ruined and hacked, rise.
It's a very strange narration, and it's the way that the volume is done.
Lacking limbs and other essential parts climb to their feet nonetheless and release weak, throaty groans.
Because I don't know if it's a case of like the game has not like put it in properly, or if just it was originally recorded quiet. It's like they kind of need to do a pass of all the audio and bring up the baseline level if needed. Like just kind of do like a equalization over it. But that's a lot of audio to equalize. Because if you look at like, sorry, codecs, I'm gonna go to options. Go to options, go to audio. Like story volume, I have it like 80. Guess I can maybe crank that up a bit. Yeah, the difficulty between Gloomhaven and Frosthaven is more to do with the tools available in each game rather than other things, if that makes sense, right? In Gloomhaven, like, a lot of the abilities are kind of crazy broken at times, and some of the items are just mental. Like, abilities and items in that game are just kind of all over the place. So, like, playing on the hardest difficulty, if you are playing certain characters, is like... It still can be hard, but it will be, yeah, nowhere near as hard as Frosthaven, because Frosthaven, they worked out all of the kinks. They were like, no, we probably shouldn't give you an item that does this. Yeah, no, that was a mistake making printing that item, making that ability. So they have learned. So that generally speaking, there's not as many opportunities. There's still a few good ones. They still do kind of exist, but nowhere near the frequency. Like, even just the simple change to stamina potion, just being like, oh, by the way, stamina potion now only is level 1 cards, or minor ones are. Suddenly you can't just keep recovering your best cards, over and over and over again. It's yeah, stamina potions, exactly. Yeah. And this is where the time tokens are, by the way, for the blink blade. This is the time tokens. So we start with 1, and you can get up to 5, but you can only get up to 2 with long resting. But you can get up to 5, like, through other means. Okay. This is like a traditional Gloomhaven scenario. This takes me back. Look at this. What are we doing? Living bones and living spirits? Oh. Nostalgia trip or what? Why are we poisoned? Is this a scenario condition? Start with poison. I just missed it. Well, that's fun. Maybe we should do make it count then instead, just to kind of go slow and get the heal off. Maybe we don't worry so much about the jump for the first room. That would probably be better. I still think we go slow. One with the mountain. And then we're going to play this skeleton. Ooh, that was a big noise. Is that his poison noise? I think I've heard that noise before. Yeah. Rude. I quite like the new living bones. They look quite cool. God, the poison going. I've been kind of punished here, haven't I? I've been absolutely punished. I've been royally punished. Jesus. Are they going to hit me too? Yeah. Oh, we're going to have to restart round. Yeah.
Now that's a lot of damage.
We are going to have to restart round. That was kind of brutal. There's no way that we can play that out after burning 2 cards on the first turn to that. I mean, that was kind of insane, actually. They basically just drew all of their best abilities. Just was asking about difficulties. Yeah, I mean, and I'm playing on veteran, so it's not that hard, but you can see how quickly things can just kind of spiral out of control here. Do I want to go a fast slow? I think a fast slow would really do it. Right, well, I can heal myself, right? I can heal myself. With Fell Remedy. Or I could do a Flow of the Black River to just heal myself. And we could just play like... I think Putrid Cow bottom could be super good against these guys. Like, really good against them. And we just have to summon here and make sure we don't get the target 3. So now we have to go fast and we have to play a heal. Ooh, God. Ugh, it just feels horrible. I suppose I don't necessarily need to, actually. If I heal here, then I'm fine. I do have bottom heals. Just means that I can't really play one with the mounting on the first turn. It means maybe I have to play it on the next turn. Shard launch. One with the mountain. I think 52 though wasn't good enough. Initiative. I can't remember what initiatives they went on, but I just have to I have to just sacrifice a terrible turn. I guess so. We could go super aggressive, couldn't we, I suppose? This is a long scenario. This is a 3-room scenario. So, I say long. It's not super long, but it's the longest we've done in a little while. Miss. Hey, Obelix. Hey, Chase. You feel way better when you restart a round? Yep. It does happen to the best of us, for sure. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, you know? 25. Scary. Okay. So boom, boom. And then we're going to heal. Or do I just heal the Banner Spear, Bone Shaper, sorry, just because then she will actually get to heal herself for 2, which is more beneficial than me removing poison off of me. Yeah, I think so. I can get this guy to just kind of like... If I horn him, I can horn him to there. Which would then mean that the target 3... He just stays there, right? He can't actually do the multi-target. If we move him to there. Go for the regular. God, I keep drawing this. I don't want to sacrifice my summon. It's not the heal 3. Was it not? Was it heal 2, right? I think it was the heal 2. It was the left-hand side. Yeah, it was the left-hand side. Sometimes the UI doesn't show like properly. Sometimes it will kind of like it will highlight the wrong side of the card, I've noticed. But we definitely went fast, which was heal 3, target 2, range 2. Hard to see on the look. Yeah, I think that's one thing that it seems to work quite well when you're in card selection, but when you've selected the cards, it doesn't seem to always work. I think this is a great future cloud. And then we go, oh no, if only he was within range. Oh, that would have been so good. I need him to be there though. Preventing another target too, I think, is worth it here. But I mean, 2 poison already. That's nice. I don't think I'm going to use the leather armor. Oh, big brain. Now we've got all of the poison up. And now we can do some like nice little immobilize shenanigans here before moving on to the next one. In fact, we can just straight up kill a living spirit with our explosive file, which we would be silly not to do. That is value all day. We will use it now, I think. Christ. I think we have to burn a card to that. No piercing pummel is a bit annoying. Because I can't, otherwise I can't recover a card, right? So I think it's probably Fury of the Mountain, probably. It's a nice initiative though. Right, now we hopefully go early. Do a little jump over. Need to make ice. Quite important to make ice. I think cold water doesn't make ice. Just set us up for a big heal though, a frost eruption potentially. Do I have a push? I do. 4 damage traps. Thing is that I kind of purposefully immobilized him. I can always come back and push him on the next turn. Yeah, okay. Oh, of course, we have to go slow now. Because I kind of messed it up. Well, I guess that's okay, because then at least we can kind of go slow and play overdrive. But we are in a bit of a position where this guy is a problem. I could go for the malicious conversion. Might be an idea. I mean, technically, we're kind of odds on to get it, aren't we? Really? Do a double curse, then malicious conversion him. 12? Are you kidding me? Waste. Oh, they removed the poison. Now I remember why I don't like fighting living bones. See, now I really do not feel good about this. I still feel like we want to push him. So we would get back encased punch. And maybe we'd cold boulder here. Nah, it's not really worth the stun, I don't think, right now. Kind of hope that we just kind of regain the health a little bit. Oh, ice! Lovely! That'll do. This is what I don't understand. See, look, I drew a +2. So that's a +2 ice make terrain, is it? I'm kind of unaware of that, but put it there. See how it's kind of like, that must be what that is. It must be a +2 make icy terrain. Just feels worse now, doesn't it? So now maybe I do the double curse and we actually just move on. Or we make the skeleton now. We probably make the skeleton now. One more has left in my frozen fist. See, it says +2 ice, but I think it's +2 icy terrain. I think this symbol is wrong. I think it's supposed to be +2 the icy terrain symbol. I guess it kind of is, actually. Is it? Yeah. That's the... Oh man, the icy terrain symbol and the... Yeah, we need to do some work on that. It is the same symbol. That's not confusing. Does he have a push 2? Yeah, it's push 2. Should be fine then. I think they inverted 2 perks, Frozen Vis. Oh, okay. Weird. One's a circle, one's hexagon, but yeah, not very intuitive. Yeah, no. You just got it's got to be symbol based, right? It's got to be symbol based. You gotta use symbols, man. The problem with this is that we're not like we're gonna be low on health. I can't push him through both traps because this guy's now sat on it. So I'm going to have to be aggressive and go in to try and kill this one guy, aren't I? I hate that, but I think that's the only thing I can do. I mean, I could go 24, I suppose, and hope that that's enough without... But this would essentially give me PS3 with the... It's like, it's basically free. It's basically guaranteed. Just don't miss. And I want to go early here too. We definitely want to exploding corpse this thing. I'm kind of hoping that we sort of just tank here enough, you know? Okay. So we go up to here. Pierce. We gain advantage just to make sure we don't screw it up. So, do a nice big eruption. The old double. The old double trap maneuver. We are playing classic Gloomhaven. Go get the bag? Yeah, sure. Ooh, okay. I mean, I could fell remedy here, do this, because he's probably going to kill him. Well, not probably. Not necessarily. But... a little bit weak, but... if he does kill him, then he kind of just blows up, right? What? What? Excuse me? Devs? Devs? Who's he targeting? Should be targeting the Blink Blade, right? That's just, well, that's frustrating, because that definitely should have gone off. Unless I'm missing something here where it's only monsters. But I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be like summons and monsters sort of thing. Really annoyingly, then I'm going to have to go slow again. Probably the persistent poison messed it up or something. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's a good call. Attack 3 with PS2. Needs to draw a +1. Or alternatively go for the super safe play, which would just be to disarm him. Attack for 2, disarm. Probably don't do any damage, but we kind of get away with one. The bottom of this card's pretty good, though. Like, it would be nice to use before we move into the next room. Risk it for a biscuit. +1. I mean, if we are doing some damage elsewhere, then it's fine, right? Kind of have to deal with this guy too as well, because he's going to shoot along this. He's suddenly going to be right in my face. It's annoying because Decaying Will would have done him. And now it will not. Hope that he goes on a weird initiative. Oh, or does that, I guess. It's kind of fine. Exploding Corpse Bomb is when an enemy dies. Angry Spirit's Bomb is the one where someone dies. Ah. That's what I was thinking. Maybe I was getting confused with the iconography there, because it's just like... any monster or enemy character that is hostile to the party. There you go. See, look, is it interesting that the tooltip works sometimes, but not all the time? Because that's pretty clear there. Alright, +1, please. Ugh. And then just immobilize him and hope that the retaliate gets him. Versus attack for 2, hoping to draw a +2. Yeah. Then I take 2 damage, which is just not really... not ideal, I suppose, but... if it kills him... if it kills him, we probably won't care too much. What's that movement? 3. Because I kind of wanted to be just far enough away. But... actually, no, I don't want to do that. Because he's going to scoot down that thing anyway, isn't he? So I do need to put him down in his face, I think. Skeleton on skeleton action, you know? Oh, come on, dude. What are these angry spirits? Living spirits are so angry. That was awful. No, we skip. We're gonna go to a long rest. Jesus. That was miserable, wasn't it? How not fun. Okay. Does Frosthaven have rings to summon skeletons? That's a great question. There probably is a ring, yeah. Probably. But it's probably not available early. But yeah, it's probably there. Flame fruit! So at least we got that. At least there's something good coming out of it. Pretty brutal first room experience. I feel like I've gotten quite unlucky, really, with my flips, but... Frozen Fist is going to have to put a bit of a shift in now, because he's going to have no cards. So we are going to have to be at it, really. So let's think about what our key abilities are going to be. Our key ability is going to be Encasing Punch to jump and move. Frost Eruption is going to be to create ice for us. Cold Boulder's kind of utility, really. It's kind of fine. Piercing Pummel is great against the Living Spirit, so we need to keep that. So I think probably Cold Boulder has to go. Because we've got one move. We've got one Ice Generator. We've got an Ice Consume that's great. And we've got another Ice Consume that's great. We should probably go, like... We'll probably end up sort of... having to go faster on the rest of our characters now too, I think. Just to try and kind of... I could really do a long resting to get the health here, though. I can long rest on Pink Blade. But I think with the other characters, we're going to go. Because he needs to go. It's fine. Skelly time. This was bad. I don't really want to get that. I'm gonna use that initiative. I would hope that he kills here. We go early enough, right? And then what do? I heal? Or we go Fell Remedy. If he doesn't die, he doesn't die. I guess it's fine. Okay. Okay, that's good. This works out. Right, so we move in now. What do we got? 8, 3. Grim Bones. Nice traps there. What are these guys doing? Move 1, range 3. 2, 3. So they can't quite get the door. I think I can get him with the Frost Eruption here, right? No, it's not going to allow me to do it that way. It's okay because I think I can move one step further forward. I just don't want him to. I don't want him to jam the door. That's the problem. As soon as I do that, he's going to go, great, thank you. I'll have the door, please. I guess we are going before them, so we can kind of move away from that. Oh man, these living spirits. Blinkblade's gonna have to like do some work. Ooh. No, because it'll just be a standard +1, right? It's either a +1 or a +4. +1 is fine. We don't need to kill this skeleton. That's fine. This kind of pays off. Because then now I can go... Another skeleton here. Because he's going to go 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're okay. And this guy's a little bit lagging behind, but it is what it is. It's a bit disappointing to leave loot bags, considering that, you know, we need to get herbs. So... making camps is going to be quite important, I think. Power leak's an interesting one, but I could just go fast and power leak and just go straight up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Yeah, and then we do like cascading reaction, attack one, attack the other. That would get me my 2 burn actions. That would give me Ravager as well. Sap speed, I don't think is going to be very good in this scenario, considering that there's so much shield going on. I mean, attacking for 3 with advantage, I suppose, is kind of quite good against shield, but... like, the thing with the Blinkblade is it's so difficult to make a choice for a card, I think. Just every card is good. There is no bad card. So we have ice, right? So we probably want to do crushing crystals on these 2. So do we want to get back encased punch or frost eruption? I think we get back encased punch because the 19 initiative is just too good, right? Okay. Right. Here's the move. See how like it's like highlighted on the right hand side when really I'm going fast? It doesn't like the initiative, it's like highlighted the 47, but if you look there it's 17. So we're gonna get power leak. We can move up to 8. 7, right, with jump. Then we do cascading reaction. We attack this one for 3 with wound. Obviously, I can use advantage and +1 against it as well, which I think I will do. And then I've got another move 3 after that. 1, 2, 3. And then I can attack this one. Hopefully, we kill 2 of them, and then I can just tank the other one, right? It's a bit of a Hail Mary type play, but... yeah, I mean, it's going to be that kind of game. Now the clock is definitely against us. Also, I could use Exploding Corpse beforehand to... If this dies, then it would blow up and radiate, which is going to be quite good too. So I think Exploding Corpse bottom actually could be quite useful here too. But that would obviously mean that we need to go... before 17 or 19. We could do that. We could go on 18, which gives me a heal, which is kind of fine, right? So then we go 19 here. We go on the 19 here. We know we are doing crushing crystals, so we'll go 19 with crushing crystals. Kind of hope that we don't do the killing. Some big attacks right there. Oh, I love it. The mobility. He even did it. To be fair, that worked quite well. Right, hit this exploding corpse bomb. And then... some shielding there. And we're off. 7. Right, advantage, and we'll use the heavy sword. Was not the best. In theory, though, if I do kill this with the sword... if I do kill it... then that will take a damage. That will take a damage. That will die to the wound anyway. You don't like the current Big Blade implementation. You have no idea what the fastest effects from cards like Sap Speed Bottom or System Reboot. Oh, what? In terms of like, you can't fit them on there, or... This is a big swing. We need a +1, really. I mean, I think we take that. What? What just happened? Oh, pretty good. Oh, they ignore the slow effects on your other card? Yeah. Although I think the problem with that card in general is that sometimes, yeah, sometimes it's not obvious like what the bad slow effects can be. Yeah, we get this back because we need to keep jumping. We need to keep jumping. We need to keep jumping. Right, well, it's going to be my job now to probably just make it count with him, I think. Dude. AC pause. Double time bomb and trigger all your fast effects twice. Yeah, like... it's difficult sometimes because... I think the problem is that a lot of players just won't understand what that even means. And it actually only... like, you might think, oh wow, that means that I get to attack like 3 things with power leak or something, right? You might think that you can somehow attack 3 things with power leak, or you know that you get to do 2 attacks with kinetic transfer top, right? With push 3, like you get to do like, you know what I mean? The way it is, but actually it's not that. You just get the added benefits. So therefore, it actually only interacts with very few of your cards, which then makes it easier to use, but it does not really. It doesn't really it's very well signposted to the players. You know, ideally you'd want that to be better, I think. Don't think I'm going to get the bottom of Bone Dagger. Right, I need to heal for sure. Yeah. And on you, we are doing a move up and jump, aren't we? And then we'll be on a long rest. We've kind of cleared this room pretty fast, though, chap. So, you know, there's that. Like, we've actually dealt with this room way better. Like, way, way better. The fact that the Frozen Fist is even going to get to the last room, I think, is pretty impressive. Ooh. Yes. Finally. Oh no, but then that means the decaying will doesn't work. Ah. I mean, I probably didn't have much chance of killing him anyway. But I feel like we're very much having two separate battles here, aren't we? What? Why am I taking damage? Reckless augmentation damage. What? Oh. What? Oh, this thing. Do I just do a default move too? I suppose I want the XP, don't I? I'm going to heal up now anyway. And probably long rest. And the ward is probably worth something. Not really what we were looking for. We do not recover because we will long rest next turn. Yeah, I did go fast because I needed to do the targeted heal. So yeah, I did go fast there. Again, that's the thing, right? It doesn't show properly what speed you're going. It just doesn't. Go on, get him. Come on, we need more herbs. Okay, so we've got to think again that we're going to have very, very little to do. We have burned arguably our best ability against living spirits now. So we do kind of have to feel like, how do we deal with a room with maybe 2 or 3 living spirits in it? Because there is only living spirits and living bones in this scenario. There's no other enemy types. So let's have a look at what we've got. What actually deals with them? Reckless augmentation deals with them, but only like 1 at a time. So it's a little bit slow, but it is very good. Blurry Jab's not bad at dealing with them, but we probably need it for the movement. Obviously, we have Twin Strike bottom. It's like Twin Strike bottom with Reckless Augmentation top. It's basically a guaranteed. Should be a guaranteed kill. On an elite, probably as well. With advantage. We'd have to get unlucky. So that kills like 1. So then we have to think, okay, what kills... Like, what is a good way of dealing with the living bones? Well, that would be Frost Eruption would be a great way of dealing with the living bones. So would Crushing Crystals. So maybe we have to get rid of Piercing Pummel. The only good thing about Piercing Pummel is the bottom burn is actually incredibly good at just giving us like a couple of rounds of tank. We can, in theory, we can just sit there and die. But I think Piercing Pummel is the one to get rid of. Because we're going to want to run in and Frost Eruption. And then we're going to immediately want to go Crushing Crystals, Encase Punch on the following turn. Yeah. Is the Skelly Summons base attack 3? No, it should be 2. It's the enemy was poisoned, I think. We're running the for this scenario, just to try it out, we're running the poison ability. What is it called? Putrid Cloud, the bottom of this. I think ultimately I want to be using the top because it's just value. But the bottom has actually been pretty good. Like, it's consistently got poison up on most of the enemies that matter. And it has really helped my summons kind of punch through. So I think I'm kind of getting a bit higher on the bottom of Putrid Cloud right now. Getting high on Putrid Cloud. Because it does work quite nice. I guess we can't long rest, don't we? But these guys probably can't long rest. I kind of need to long rest to get the extra thing, don't I? I could still open the door. Just have to be really careful about it. I could always jump back and hide behind the Blink Blade if I need to. Really like Putrid Cloud Bomb. Yeah, it seems to be like just consistent. And it's just a great way of just getting, not only getting poison up on your enemies to like block them from healing and obviously increase your damage a little bit against them, but with the amount of summons that you have, like I'm actually quite surprised because I thought the poison would be a little bit negligible of an effect, like the extra damage, but the summons have benefited from it quite a few times. The summons have actually, you know, they've been attacked, they've poisoned them back, and then they've kind of gone with it. What hasn't happened is I haven't seen the second part of it trigger. I haven't seen them receive 1 damage yet, if they were already poisoned, because we've generally killed them quite quick.
After reducing the undead to their baser parts, you move quickly on and arrive at a wide circular chamber. This new room
that doesn't look like a living spirit.
Of iron and stone like the chamber upstairs. However, here the walls are lined with a number of cylindrical metal furnaces, and in the middle of the room is the beam of pulsing red light. This chamber must be the source of the beam's power, but the room's other occupants don't allow you time to investigate. They materialize shortly after you arrive. The air around the chamber wrinkles and compresses until several black forms appear out of nothingness. Spirits, clusters of them, wrench themselves into existence. They face you, raising spectral claws. But there is something else. Hanging in the center of these spirits is a hulking mass of folded black smoke. A churning shadow whose eyes boil with malevolence. The massive wraith looms before you and releases a low, hateful moan that shakes the metal on which you stand.
Okie dokie. Susan's mastery isn't progressing at all for Bone Weaver. Is it bugged? I don't know. It's not. I don't know if I've sacrificed any in this scenario, so I wouldn't be able to tell you right now. Do we just back out? He's not that tough. He's only got 16 health. Trying to think of like what's the benefit of me progressing in. Well, the benefit of me progressing in is I get to create ice, which then will give me a stun. Otherwise, I don't get to create anything. And so we're kind of like, we're then in a weird place where I don't really have a good ability. I guess I would have to get Frost Eruption back and use it with Crushing Crystals to then get back Crushing Crystals to then use. But I just don't see any real benefits here to moving forward apart from getting to create an ice. I'm going to take 5, 6, 7, like 8, 9 damage. It's just not worth it. It's basically my whole health. I think I just sort of chill here. Your difficult terrain, these guys are going to have to go round it. I think I just sit in the door. I always have this anyway, so I can combo the stun with that. Okay, so like now, for example, I could go there and I could stun them. Oh, no, he's immune to stun. Really, I want to try and stun to Skeletons. He's not so tough. Famous last words. Could be. Could be. The thing is, I would love to get rid of this, but... Is Twin Strike a good thing to get rid of? I mean, it really does help. With poison, it's great. It's like such a good way of just kind of... Even if you just target the same thing, it's great, really. Reckless Augmentation is obviously super good. So I get rid of the heal here. But the bottom fast ability is actually legit. Because I could, in theory, like go 1, 2, 3. I could use Make It Count to move for 3. Go fast. 1, 2, 3. Wound up like this Living Bones. Not the most ideal candidate because he does heal, but... And then... I could Twin Strike him. Probably kill him. And then move on to this guy and hit him with a poison. Then all I need to worry about is probably like this Living Bones. Do I need to move 5 at any point? I'm not sure. By the way, I love the design in this room. Their level designers absolutely kill it, I think. Frosthaven digital level designers. You got like the lifts as well. In which case, then, is Reckless Augmentation the worst? But no, because I want to double kill it. Oh, this is so awkward. I'm going to get rid of Blurry Jab. Oof. Rough. But I think I can make it work. I think I can move around enough. I mean, these skeletons aren't going to do much, though. They are kind of a bit screwed, aren't they, really? It may well be a job for us to just mop up these loot bags while these guys finish this off, hopefully. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Hilmar. Scans unscrewed, they are, drumroll, boned. Puts on shades. Nice. Like a guitar riff plays. It was CSI Miami guitar riff. So I said we're going to get this, didn't I? Because we're going to go Crushing Crystal's bottom into Frost Eruption. Yeah. At least we have very little decision space with this character. We have had for this character for a long time. We're going fast. We do have our boots, so this is great. And then I think we go for the old. Got some invisibility here as well if I need to go, like, slow on the next round. We can kind of make that work. Okay. That's a problem. I think I might need to attack him a bit sooner. We may need to focus him. Well, one of these has got to walk through the trap, right? That's annoying. Hopefully he walks directly through that trap. Ooh, hello. Target 2, attack 1 with all attacks. How many attacks do they have? Innate. Target 2, right? So it's 2 attacks of 2. That's not very nice. Ooh, that was a clutch initiative there. Get him poisoned. Don't tell the Living Doom guy that he is so tough, he gets mad. um... God, being immune to stun. Bit naughty, really. Oh, hello. Hello. I actually don't want to push him. And we stick that on him so we can maybe give him a nice big punch again next turn. Yeah, I've got no downside to this really, is there? Well, apparently there is, but... Did that ability have friendly fire? No, it was latching onto the skeleton here, and I didn't really need to attack him. I guess that was a little bit min-maxy of me there, like not drawing a modifier when I don't need to. I mean, I probably could have checked my deck to see if it was a good time to draw modifiers or not, or what have you. But essentially, I didn't want to target him just because I didn't need to draw a modifier. So I didn't want to, you know, draw the ×2 on him and not on the boss sort of thing. So for some reason, though, it kind of latched onto these two. Because, I mean, realistically, that's probably what you would do. Because he was wounded, he was dead anyway. So I felt like I actually didn't want to target him with the attack. But it didn't have friendly fire. Big call now. What do we get back? Because crushing crystals would be the, like, kind of like the obvious choice. Because it just sort of deals... It does some damage. It's going to stun something. But in case punch, I can attack for 4. And then in which case, the better of the abilities is probably going to be... I mean, unless I make Earth, it's going to be crushing crystals, isn't it? But that I give up more life to get back. Let's get back for it. Done. Dun 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 dun. Do 1 damage to everyone. We're kind of all in now, aren't we? Really? We're all in! I don't think there's a world in which you get there fast enough, I'm afraid. It's gonna be go get loot. I guess we could use the bottom of Exploding Corpse, couldn't we? That's like something helpful that we can do, but... Hang on, what? Oh, shoot. I don't have... Oh, I miscounted my cards. I should haven't have done that. Now I'm just a 50-50. I mean, 2 health, 1 health. What's the difference? Is it disarm more important? Do we think a disarm is probably more important now then? It probably is. Like suddenly it gets more... Suddenly the disarm becomes more important because we need to be alive. Oh shoot, I didn't think about that. Now my initiative sucks. Okay, this will be fun. Might just be dead anyway. Okay, well they're healing, so that's good. This guy is attacking for a decent amount. That's not so good. He is going late. Slight problem. Basically, Frozen Fist is dead. As it stands right now, Frozen Fist is dead. Unless I kill... Unless he gets unlucky. But I could kill the Living Spirit. Just feels like a bit of a waste. Such a good attack, right? Because I can get advantage on this attack as well. And then I can also just, like, do damage. Ultimately, we lose the scenario if this guy stays around much longer. Like, we just lose, right? If he goes through one more turn and just one more summon, that could be the game. I think that's the way I got to play it. Yes! Suck it, demon! Oh, that was so good.
Wow.
Oh, whoops. Undo. 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 Oh, come on. The good and the bad. Right. Undo. There's one way to do it. Oh, Jesus. Survive! Oh. Surely this scenario is won now? I wouldn't say that necessarily. Greed is a deadly sin. Yeah, I definitely screwed up. I should have not re-rolled. Kept that for my... Kept it so that I could have gone early. At least got a turn on the Frozen Fist. We are looking better now, but I have to go slow on this next turn, which is a big problem. With 3 life, I have to go slow. But the thing is that we do have enough resources here to kind of let this play out a little bit. We'll see. I'll sort of help a little bit, you know? I mean, the heal could be quite... Nah, the heal's not going to help me. I mean, 40 is still, like, an okay initiative, right? I don't know how I feel about the Living Bones healing. They could, in theory, out-stamina me. But I don't want to be hit right now. Oh, are you kidding? I have to have line of sight? Is that a thing? Right, well, okay. Whee! Have to actually engage in the scenario, apparently. Ooh, Muddle. Muddle suddenly makes the Twin Strike look quite a bit worse. I do get to go fast next turn, so... I mean, maybe we can do this heal up. Do a little attack 3 and just hope we get lucky. It's a good start. Great. There we go. Right, now the most scary enemies are dead. God, all this gold. I can probably just long rest. I mean, what am I doing here? I'm going to go get my loot. But I can go fast. Going fast right now is not even that good. Is it really that good? It's not. Like, I can't do anything, really. I could get some loot. I could efficiently loot. That's about it. +1 and +2 are muddled. That only happens to you when a muddled enemy attacks you. Yep. Well, you know. As I always say, better to be lucky than good. Yes, we could go... What's the difference between fast and slow here? Like 12 and 42, like... The thing is that reckless augmentation, like if I can somehow get myself a... If I can get myself a long rest here, right? We go fast. We use the top of experimental adjustment. We do 1 damage to each of those 2 guys. We also potentially do some damage to them. Well, one of them, I think, right? We go invisible. we long rest. We get all of our items back. That's definitely the play. So all enemies within range 2 suffer 1 damage. What we could do as well, we could like push this guy further forward so that he gets kind of a little bit closer to the skeleton. That might seem a little bit silly to be pushing them further on, but if I want to push them to where my help is... Oh, I don't have the time token actually, do I? So it's fine. Have they changed? No, the invisibility doesn't really look like invisible, does it? I know there's a lot less invisibility in the game nowadays, but you used to actually kind of almost go invisible. Like you'd be like an outline or something. Can't remember exactly the effect from Gloomhaven Digital, but I feel like that could be improved. I don't think we're playing another skeleton somehow. I mean, I could do. Full greed it. Get that extra XP. God, it's been so long since I've long rested while invisible. Oh, what is this? Again, we just go as late as we can here, I think, just because we want them to move maybe closer, or not at all. No, crack on, I guess. In you go. I'm happy that the skeletons are actually going to be slightly useful here at the end of this. I was kind of a little bit worried they weren't going to be. Herbs? Oh my god. There's so many herbs in the deck. I mean, there's still a couple there, so we've got to try and get that, I think, with the reckless adjustment. Experimental adjustment, even. What do we get rid of here? Kinetic transfer? Yeah. In fact, we can go for it now, right? 1, 2, and then we would shoot forward, and then we can attack with that. That's a good plan. We will go early now. Let that go ahead. Hey, Cooper! Thank you so much for the resub. 21 months. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. The quest continues. Good to have you here, buddy. I hope you're doing well. How very dare you. This is where the poison's actually going to come into play quite a lot. Huh? What? I should not be able to stay on that. That is icy terrain. I mean, I'll use my boots then, I guess, but that I should slide straight off this hex. Oh, it's because I have jump. Because I'm fast. That's why. This could be it. I'm kind of annoyed we only got 1 herb. And we actually looted incredibly efficiently. We've only left 1 bag. And we've ended up getting 1 herb. We did get an item, though. Who got the herb? Because there's 2 corpse caps in this scenario, I think. I could delay 1 round of this game by using this now. Gives me an opportunity to do 1 more loot. I can short rest. Do I have double fast? I don't think I have. No. I can pick up 1 more bag of loot. Blake got the herb, yeah. So here's hoping that we can maybe get 1 more. I mean, I have to short rest. We can get 1 more bag of loot. Right? Sure. Come on, skeleton! Oh my god. Taking it down to the wire. Oh, because he already had poison. He took the 1 damage. Nice. Okay. All right. Well, we'll get the final loot bag. And we hope... that it is a corpse cap. That's unfortunate. Ooh. Close one, though, chat. Good scenario. Considering how bad it started off, we recovered well in that scenario, for sure. We recovered very well. We had to take that really risky... Well, I say risky, it was just a lot of resources. We had to kind of go really hard in that second room, just to buy us some time to do the third room. It worked out. But we were basically dead, I think, on the Blink Blade, weren't we? It also really helped us that the skeletons, the living bones, didn't... They kind of healed quite a bit in that final room, which was very handy. And we got lucky with those pools. I see how it is, Batman. They get the living doom and summon 3 living spirits instead of 1. Yeah. Yeah. I think we got quite lucky in the way that we played that final room. Well, they got the 1 summon off. The ×2 from the Blink Blade at that key moment, that was clutch. Like, that was when I was like, okay, I think we got it. Like, at that moment, I was like, I think we got it. Just because like we kind of needed that. We needed just like a big play there. Is that Fem Joker fan art? I've heard some criticisms of the design of this character. I don't hate it, but I can see the comparisons. Open B. Yeah. Look at how much gold we got compared to everything else. I mean, was there just a lot of gold in that one? Maybe. Rejuvenating Charm, though. 1 herb. Oh, we did well on the XP on the Blink Blade. Very well on the XP on the Blink Blade. I mean, the Frozen Fist was just behind to begin with, so can't feel too bad about this. I mean, realistically, it was what it was. We just had to play it. We just had to kind of keep ourselves alive. We kind of had to switch to a completely different game plan after a while. We're earning like 1 XP a cycle of our hand. It was pretty grim. Nice. Perfect. We rich now? We're definitely rich. Actually go to the merchant, maybe.
You do not know where spirits go after you dispatch them, but you hope it's far away. You extinguish the malevolence, releasing its grip on this chamber. What's left is this empty room, a place made for grisly work. Without the mechanical creatures running up and down the halls, you have to guess at how the furnaces function. But it seems pretty clear. The machines feed bodies to the stoves, which in turn fuel the beam of energy through some nefarious magic. You cannot fathom who could be responsible
magic.
for such an operation, but you do know.
Wow, save the tigers with the 5 gifted subs, dude. Thank you so much. That is so kind of you. Thank you. If you got a sub from Save the Tigers, please say thank you. Welcome in. I think I can't even see how many it is. Welcome in Trumos, Pandalum, Damanarth, Zero Tactics, and Sean. Welcome to the adventuring party. That is very, very kind of Tiger. Thank you so much, dude. That is so kind. I really appreciate it. Stream deserves a little love. Thank you, dude. That is incredibly kind of you. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right. Wow. Traveling back to the to Frosthaven for sure. Party parrot. I don't have that emote. What's the party parrot emote? Boat built. The shipyard hums with activity, somewhat literally in the case of the Harrower carpenter, who's been hired to construct your boat. As a swarm of unified insects, the Harrower has spent the last few days slicing planks of wood, then bending the pieces into shape with the help of other workers. It's a respectable single-mast ship with enough room for a small crew to make a brief voyage north. Until now, a part of you had hoped the carpenter wouldn't pull it off and that you'd be saved from venturing into those frigid waters. But seeing the ship here, all properly rigged up and sealed with fresh pitch, your mood brightens. Now all you need is a crew. Captain Philip Doghogger at your service. You turn towards the gate. The human walking towards you is the height of a child, but the weathered look on his face makes his age clear. Satha mentioned you needed an old salt, the man continues cheerily. He seems confident that he's already been hired. Delighted to have a ship to captain once again. Been looking for a new steed since my own ship met an unfortunate end a few months back. I'm sure this one won't be torn apart by giant starfish, eh? He laughs. But there is sadness there. Now, what do you call this beauty? The sailor brightens again, offering a bottle of brackish alcohol. Get ahead, pick a name. Bad luck to set forth on an unnamed vessel. You smash the bottle on the hull and watch as the carpenter and their assistants launch the ship into the chilly waters. Captain Doghogger takes some time to inspect the rigging and secure a crew. But after only half a day, you're ready to brave the icy sea and leave Frosthaven behind you. Nice.
It's almost time to head out on your next mission, but you have a few minutes to kill. You decide to stop by the crater, the burned-out drinking spot where a tavern used to be, hoping to find a drink. Instead, you find Zane, your sometimes friend, and always trouble.
Place your bets, ladies, gentlemen, and savas. Get the latest odds right here. Will Frosthaven's favorite mercenaries return triumphantly? Or will they succumb to the treacherous, harsh wasteland, never to be seen again?
Zane turns to collect a gold piece from a Valrath behind him and notices you.
Oh, just a minute, folks.
the orchid rushes over to you.
Hey there, friends! I didn't see you there. Sometimes we take a little poll on whether you'll make it back. A poll for, money.
A thought crosses his face.
Say, you wouldn't want to get in on this, would you? You could actually make a lot of money betting on yourself.
I feel that's insider trading there, Zane, but sure. Do we want resources or do we want gold? I mean, oh, that's kind of rough. I mean, gold would be quite nice right now, to be honest, because one of our personal quests is related to gold. Plus also we probably want our resources right now for building. And we've got plenty of excess gold. So let's bet some gold. Up to 10 each. Oh, I'm all in.
Oh, wow. You're quite the gambler. I wouldn't bet on these odds.
Zane flashes you a smile that could warm an Olgox's heart.
Nice. All right. Well, what can we build? I mean, we probably don't have much to build anymore, right? Sled. That's about it. No boat naming in the game. How they all put it in. Yeah, you're supposed to actually write the name on the boat, aren't you? In the game. Now, in terms of upgrades, we can just upgrade the wall. That's it right now. I feel like maybe we should be able to upgrade the lodges and things, but it's town level 3. Our town level is 2. And we need 4 more prosperity to get to level 3. I wonder if you can actually, like, cap out at any point, you know? What we can do, though, is we can start distilling, which we should probably start doing. Well, we can make a couple of unknown potions anyway. So, let's just do it. Let's just start doing things. Element potion. I mean... See, this is a guy who needs the potions a lot, but... I guess the Blink Blade could just use it to be helpful to one of these two. And generally speaking, we go quite early. Ooh. Oh, of course, because we're level 3, we can have 2 now. Nice. Okay, so maybe we go to distilling now. I mean, I feel like I could distill a stamina potion, quite honestly. I know that seems like crazy, but honestly, I feel like I probably could. We have this. A stamina potion would give us Arrowvine. Which actually doesn't really work, because basically it's just brewing the same thing again. We would basically just be brewing another stamina potion. So that's no good. Explosive vial. We could do the axe nut, but again, that gives us the same thing. Oh, we're kind of screwed on the distilling. I guess I could distill the element potion to get the... Yeah, I could do that. I could distill this to get the flame fruit. And then we could do a flame fruit snow thistle. Double click to decompose potion. Choose which herb to extract. Flame fruit. Just double check, make sure I'm not being... Yeah. Then we can craft this. Flame vial. Return character increases prosperity with 2. I think I might need to start working on that. You discovered a new potion. Choose which hero to receive it. Flame vial. During your turn, wound. Something range 1. I mean, sure. We shall take that. Still a lot of potions to get through. No death cap. Not come across one death cap yet. It was very unlucky. Been playing weekly on TTS and I hit a point where we ran out of prosperity for buildings and to focus more on life goals. It was hard to let the team go. Yeah. I think the problem that I have is like the retirement goals that I have are not like 120 gold. Okay. I mean, I guess I could just start. I mean, I've done that betting, right? So we might have a bit of a start on that, but that's still going to take some time. I was kind of hoping that I would get it here. You know, because I was thinking we could just do the mission. Like, it would just be fun to do the mission. To do the Sacred Soil mission. And we're close. But honestly, we did, like, half of this very quickly. Like, so quickly. And we're actually... That's funny. Like, the Frozen Fish joined a full, what, 3 scenarios afterwards? And we're actually... like, much closer. Poor old brains. What's the life goal? Oh, but... Well, okay, well, I mean, like, we can... You know, we're kind of getting towards... We now have all of the gear, or we will do. Should we spend some morale to build up the decrepit wall? Is that worthwhile? I mean... When Frosthaven is attacked, we still got like 3, so it's probably not worth spending the morale. Might as well just wait, I think. Is there anything to craft that's interesting to craft here? I don't think so. Oh yeah, the Chaos Cannon. That was something new. And the Scavenger's Magnet. Chaos Cannon. I'll just hide the chat a second, because this is the one time where it doesn't really work. So the Chaos Cannon, during your turn, replace one hex obstacle or hazardous terrain, difficult terrain, or icy terrain in an unoccupied hex within range 2 with a different type of hex from the ones listed above. That really is a Chaos Cannon. I mean, that could be quite good considering that we make a lot of icy terrain. So in theory, we could go, you know, icy terrain, then turn it into hazardous terrain, and then you can kind of push things into it. Generally, this kind of stuff, manipulating the board, can be very powerful. But it requires 2 herbs as well, which, you know, you're always going to be trying to unlock the alchemist stuff on the alchemy chart a lot of the time. I do quite like it, though. I just don't think there's anything that we particularly need right now. Legs. I guess we don't have a head item. maybe we should craft a lens. What am I going to use it for, though? Well, it's like a big pierce or something, right? Simple charm's an interesting idea, but it doesn't... Yeah, it just doesn't really do anything. I'm also not going down the route of, like... I mean, I guess crude helm might have been helpful. Let's get spyglass. I think we know we're just trying to like do damage and stuff, aren't we? So we've got a head, body, legs, two-handed and a small item. So we're kitted out there. Fully kitted out here as well. We don't have any boots here, so maybe we could look at a boot. Oh, now that we have rough boots, that'd be a good thing to upgrade here. Because crude boots gives us just +1, right? Rough boots will give us +1 across all of our movability. So when we have something like you know, our multiple moves that we have on this character, rough boots works quite nicely. For 1 extra hide, it's pretty simple upgrade. For you, though, you need just something regular, really. Maybe just flexible slippers, to be honest. Just to help her loot a little bit more. She's now got the Rejuvenating Charm equipped. Whenever you lose a card to negate damage, recover up to 1 of your discarded cards and gain Regenerate. That's a bit... Well, obviously you don't really want to ever do that. But I guess it could be quite good for her, because you can just get back a summon. Might be fine. Are crafting supplies shared across characters? No. No, that is fixed to your character. Only when building the city. Yeah, I mean, when building, the way that it works when you're building is that basically it's like a donation system. So the way the board game did it was a little bit clumsy. The way the board game did it is that you would donate to the outpost stockpile, right? So you could donate to the outpost stockpile, so remove it from your personal supply to the outpost supply, and then you would build and upgrade things using that supply, right? How they've done it in digital is that you click build to say, like, I think we should build this, and then people can donate resources towards it. And so that's when they donate their personal ones to that specific project, and then that project gets built. Which I think is a cleaner way of doing it, because it is generally what most people ended up doing. Because, like, for the town resources, you were like, okay, well, what do we actually need in the town right now? We need XYZ. Okay. We need to do this because we need to build this. Okay, great. Well, we can have, we'll get exactly the right amount, and then we'll build. I think the only benefit for having stuff in the stockpile was a couple of events, which maybe they've changed, because there were some events, I believe, that it was like, if there is, you know, certain resources in the communal stockpile, then, you know, there'll be like lesser effects or something, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that, though. Could leather armor have different crafting costs than in physical, does it? You mean cured or crude? Crude? To hide? when someone retired, they could leave their resources in the town for building, which is the main way we use it. Yeah, that's a good example. The Spammonite for sure. That's like the ideal way of using it, right? So I'm not sure how they're going to do it in this one, because when you retire, do you just retire with everything? We're gonna have, well, we'll find out soon, but maybe you just lose everything, which would kind of suck. I hope that there's some level of like carryover. Some way of them doing that. Maybe you give your resources to other members of the party or something. I don't know. We'll see how they handle that. Oh, it uses unhealthy yeah, you're right. Unhealthy mixture. It doesn't use unhealthy mixture. It uses 2 death cap, which technically 2 death cap would create an unhealthy mixture. You can also not distill unhealthy mixture. What, like as a bug? Because you should be able to, right? There's no reason why you can't distill it. But you can tell me how it works when they retire? Yeah, you can say. I mean, like, I know the game well enough, so it wouldn't be like a spoiler, because, like, it's a mechanical thing in the game. It wouldn't really be a spoiler. Yeah, interesting that they changed the cost for this. I wonder if they consulted Isaac on that. Money and items are gone, resources are shared among the rest of the party. Okay, well that kind of, yeah. That makes sense. Only in 0.1, so maybe not implemented. That's also true. Yeah. I guess we can't, you know, yeah, you can't hang on to things. It may well be that they've just done that because at the moment the game hasn't got the coding correct for being able to use a potion as part of a recipe or something, you know? Maybe there's just like, we can't do that quite yet or something. But they wanted to put the item in the game because, you know, it was a level 3 craft and they wanted it in the game. They wanted something for you to craft. So, cool. Well, I think we'll wrap up there for today, chat. That was fun, though. 2 scenarios. One very, very fast. And the other one, just by the skin of our teeth, we managed to do it. Which is pretty good. If you can give other characters resources, it's slightly better than a physical game. Yeah. Yeah, because then they can use that to create items if they wanted to. Sure. In theory, you could help them, you know, maybe you could help them retire as well faster. Because if they're like, you know, if their retirement goal is to have X amount of a resource or to have so many items or something like that, like, it could in theory help them retire faster. Give it the save. All right. Well, guys, thank you all so much for watching tonight. Thank you so much for all the subs, hanging out. I really appreciate it. I will be back at some point this week, I expect. I'm off on holiday next week, so a week today I am off for just over a week. Going to Croatia, so it should be a nice hot little week getaway for my summer holidays. And then when I come back, I'm basically straight into a music festival. So I'm kind of gone for 2 weeks. So I want to stream a little bit more this week. As well as I'll have that video going live on Friday in collaboration with the devs and the publisher, a sponsored video. And yeah, I'm not sure when I'll be on because I need to film that video. So I'll probably be on like maybe Wednesday. Maybe Wednesday, maybe Thursday. we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm super enjoying playing Frosthaven Digital. I mean, it's just great to be playing, making inroads. It would be nice if we had more classes, I think. I think that's the one thing that's probably going to hold the game back a little bit initially. Just not having that variety. But we'll give the other starter characters like a good shake as well. And we'll play through, some with them as well, which would be good. Cool. All right then, everyone. Well, as always, have a great rest of your day if you have any of it left. Have a great Tuesday, and I will see you maybe in a couple of days. All right. Nice one, everyone. I will see you later. Bye.